I love waking up early and diving straight into my planned tasks. Every morning feels like a new opportunity, so I prepare myself for work with this mindset. Everything is great. We're working efficiently. Right now, we're baking small loaves. How much bread are we making today? 3,000 buns. What about ciabatta? Today we're making 700 ciabatta loaves. 700?
Да.
When we moved to Astana in 2018, I searched for good bread in stores because my children have food allergies. I needed something completely natural. When I couldn't find it, I decided to bake it for myself. That's when I learned about sourdough. Looking to the past for inspiration has become a modern trend. Perhaps this is what we call the best of tradition. Even though bread is considered a staple food, many people today avoid flour-based products in pursuit of healthier eating habits. However, while embracing progress, an entrepreneur who values traditional methods has discovered a new technology for baking bread. I started searching for courses to improve my skills, and that's when I found a mentor in Russia specializing in sourdough bread.
Привезла ее в Астану, обучилась сама и собрала группу людей.
I began baking at home for my children and relatives, then started sharing with neighbors. That's when the first sales began.
Для родственников, потом начала угощать соседей, уже пошли первые продажи, потом выкладывала фотографии.
Later, I posted photos on Instagram, and a friend noticed them. She suggested opening a small bakery near home.
И вот в 2018 году, 1 августа, мы открываем.
So on the 1st of August 2018, we launched a small bakery and cafe. Back then, we baked 50, 70 buns. Our first customers and partners were stores focused on healthy eating.
Магазины полезного питания. В 2019 году я съездила обучаться в Европу.
In 2019, I traveled to Barcelona for training. My husband and I went together to learn, and that's when I saw European equipment and learned a different baking technique.
Другой технологии хлеба. Привезла это все.
We immediately invested in high-quality European equipment, and from that moment, our production volumes grew significantly.
Пошли большие объемы.
Ең басында бірінші қорқынышты болды, қиын болады деп ойладық.
At first, we were hesitant. It seemed difficult. We carefully considered all the challenges. Opening a bakery seemed challenging in the beginning. Since I have a passion for technology, I studied the equipment manuals and helped with that aspect. After work in the evenings, that became my responsibility. At first, we didn't even have delivery drivers. During the pandemic, there was no one to transport the bread. So I did it myself.
Шопырлар болған жоқ қой. Соны көмектесіп жүрдім, өзім машиналармен тасып нанды.
После пандемии
But after the pandemic, many small businesses started opening, and our cafe's operation slowed down. Orders decreased, and revenue dropped.
мы уже не справлялись с конкуренцией.
That was a tough time for my wife. We even considered shutting down the business. We discussed it together. But bread is always in demand. People need it every day, especially healthy bread. Now, things are going well.
Наш хлеб искали, требовали магазины.
Customers, especially parents of children with health conditions, started seeking out our gluten-free bread.
Тем более мы печем хлеб без глютена для детей аутистов, аллергиков.
That's when we decided to fully commit to bread production.
Останавливать производство нельзя было. И тогда мы решили, что мы будем заниматься только хлебом.
When work is driven by passion, it becomes meaningful, and any business can thrive. For Anel Ruzina, her journey into entrepreneurship was deeply rooted in her maternal care and commitment to her children's health. What started as a mother's effort to bake special bread for her family eventually turned into a thriving business. However, for Anel, success isn't just about financial gain. Her true mission is to provide healthy food for the community.
Очень большая проблема именно
Nowadays, many children face health challenges, including speech delays and cognitive development issues.
аутизм. Сейчас врачи
Doctors now recommend improving lifestyle habits rather than relying solely on medication. Exercise and proper nutrition are key.
мы поддерживаем спортивные мероприятия.
We support sports events and engage with our customers, encouraging them to pay attention to ingredients. Simplicity is best. Our bread contains no additives, just flour, water, and salt, not even sugar.
Мука, вода, соль. Все. Даже сахар мы не ложим.
Actively engaged in community initiatives, Anel regularly participates in various events, especially health programs, sharing her knowledge about the impact of bread on human well-being. Even doctors have acknowledged the benefits of the bread she bakes. As specialists began recommending it, the number of customers grew. With more demand comes higher expectations. The key to success lies in continuous learning, research, and development, something Anel understands well.
Бизнес начинать очень
Every business faces challenges in its early stages, especially when venturing into an unfamiliar industry. Negotiations, meetings, and marketing efforts were intimidating at first. To gain trust and build partnerships, communication had to be clear and convincing. We also faced difficulties in sales and team building.
Сейчас, когда мир так быстро меняется, очень много конкурентов появляется.
The world is evolving rapidly, with new technologies emerging every day. Keeping up is essential.
Тебе помогут. На производство очень тяжело брать сотрудников.
Hiring skilled workers for production has been a challenge. When someone applies through a job posting, we train them first. Even experienced bakers go through our process to learn our specific bread-making techniques.
Наши технологии, нашего производства. Мы полностью обучаем.
Maybe we need 2 of these.
Could be. We need to check again.
Well, I remember it's supposed to be this way.
Business is a journey of risks and challenges. Success is never guaranteed and setbacks are inevitable. For Anel, 2022 was a particularly difficult year. Debts piled up, and the bakery she built with dedication struggled to stay afloat. Yet resilience and determination helped her push through. Together with her husband, she decided to rebuild and continue their mission.
Убыток у меня почти 10 миллионов. Тогда я просто сидела и думаю, хорошо, я
I told my husband that I was closing the bakery. Our expenses had skyrocketed to nearly 10 million, and it seemed impossible to continue. But deep down, I knew I couldn't walk away from producing quality food.
Мы поговорили с мужем, и я говорю, давай я попробую еще.
After discussing it together, we gathered our strength and decided to start over. At one point, my children even helped with deliveries. They helped pack the bread.
Были как курьерами. Дети помогали упаковывать хлеб. Сейчас моим детям, дети уже...
Now they've grown. My son is 20 years old and studying accounting and economics. He assists with bookkeeping and IT systems.
Экономистом. Он помогает мне в IT-программах.
We've fully automated our business operations with a transparent accounting system. Every bakery employee has access to our IT platform, which helps manage and monitor the business efficiently.
Имеет доступ в нашу IT-программу, которая помогает контролировать бизнес.
Many entrepreneurs hesitate when it comes to numbers. But numbers aren't just figures. They reveal the financial health of a business, showing profits and losses clearly. Anel relies on these calculations to assess the future of her bakery. In Kazakhstan, government support plays a crucial role in helping small and medium-sized businesses grow. Thanks to this support, Anel was able to stabilize and expand her business.
Государство всегда помогает бизнесменам.
The government has always supported entrepreneurs. When we first opened, we didn't have to pay taxes for 3 years, which was a huge help for our business. In 2024, we received a loan from the Damu Fund. With that funding, we purchased new equipment, packaging machines, and upgraded our ventilation system. An 8% interest loan is a significant form of government support, and it has made a big difference for us.
Это очень хорошая поддержка от государства.
How are you planning to shape the ciabatta?
We're still figuring it out. Right now, it's cut by hand. That might make slicing more difficult.
Would it work if we used a mold?
The highest demand is for borodinsky, ciabatta, pumpkin bread, and buckwheat bread. Nowadays, most people prefer buckwheat bread. It's dark and helps with blood pressure and cholesterol. That's why demand for it is growing. Recently, our ciabatta has become much fluffier. We reassessed our flour and suppliers. We take full responsibility for quality. Right now, both the grain and flour are excellent, and the bread rises well. Sourdough doesn't absorb all types of flour, so we carefully select the right ingredients.
У нас, знаете, такие отношения.
In our team, we trust, support, and guide each other. No one is left to handle things alone. We always provide assistance at every stage.
Человек никогда не остается один на один, допустим, с работы. Мы всегда его ведем, сопровождаем на любом этапе. Именно.
Bread making is one of the most challenging processes. Mistakes can happen at any stage. Choosing the wrong flour, preparing the starter incorrectly, or even miscalculating fermentation time can ruin the final product.
Даже неправильно замешал тесто.
If the dough isn't mixed properly, shaped incorrectly, or baked at the wrong temperature, the bread won't turn out right. Unlike cakes, where you can fix mistakes with frosting or decoration, bread cannot be corrected once it's baked. That's why bread production is one of the toughest industries with low profit margins. However, if you find your loyal customers and maintain high quality, you can price your bread accordingly, and people will appreciate its value. Over the past 7 years, demand for our bread has only grown, thanks to our commitment to quality. To maintain this standard, you need skilled specialists and experienced technologists on your team. Keeping up the quality is essential. Recently, a young girl reached out to us. She has diabetes and found out that only our dark bread keeps her blood sugar stable.
Сахар не поднимается. На своем производстве мы используем только казахстанскую муку.
We source our flour exclusively from Kazakhstani producers. If we were to import it, bread prices would rise significantly. We focus not only on quality, but also on affordability.
Мука рисовая и зеленая гречка появилась в 2018.
The rice and buckwheat flour we use were introduced at the request of a mother whose child has autism. We communicated this need to our suppliers, and they immediately responded by producing it.
Выпечку хлеба именно без глютена.
Anel frequently receives special requests from customers, a testament to her expertise in running a well-managed business. Whole grain bread has proven beneficial for children with autism, diabetes patients, and those with digestive issues. To ensure the highest nutritional value, Anel consults with dietitians and allergists, offering 5 carefully selected bread varieties based on their research. Every day, the bakery produces 3,000 loaves of 10 different nutritious bread types. Around 800 to 1,000 of them are delivered to store shelves, while others are sent to preschools that place special orders. This entire operation is made possible by the dedication and teamwork of 25 bakery employees. Their tireless efforts begin at 5 in the morning and continue until late in the evening. Anel deeply values human capital and holds great respect for hardworking individuals.
20 лет назад к сотрудникам относились по-другому.
20 years ago, employees were treated differently. Today, they are the most valuable resource.
Human resources. Сейчас нужно поменять свое мышление на human.
Business owners must shift their mindset toward human capital. You can't build a production line or run a business alone. You need a strong team.
Ты не сможешь один сделать бизнес. У тебя должна быть команда. И команда не только ты должен...
It's not just about being strict. You must provide opportunities for growth, allow employees to showcase their skills, offer stable salaries, and provide a solid benefits package.
Пакет, чтобы эта команда вместе с тобой работала. У наших пекарей есть...
Our bakers have health insurance, allowing them to seek medical care at private clinics. This coverage extends not only to the employees themselves, but also to their families and children.
Для их семей. То есть не только для одного сотрудника, а для их и для членов семьи, для детей.
Every employee knows they are valued. Their work matters, and customers in the city rely on their products. When they understand this responsibility, they are motivated to come to work. Yes, the job is demanding, but we ensure our employees never work excessive hours. We provide balanced meals, massage chairs, and designated break times so they can rest when needed. Every day, bread deliveries start at 7 a.m. Our bread must reach store shelves before noon. That's a requirement from our retail partners, and we strictly adhere to it. We also collaborate with online stores. Every day, 10 drivers ensure timely bread deliveries.
Дүкенге барған кезде өзімізді нанды...
It's always a joy to see our bread on store shelves. Knowing the care and natural process behind its preparation makes us proud.
Табиғи ингредиенттер болғасын, ұялмайсың да осы нанды біз пісіреміз деп мақтанып айтамыз.
Hard work and dedication bring gratitude, not just from family but from the community as well. Loyal customers and genuine appreciation are the foundation of a successful business. This approach is far more effective than traditional advertising. Effort, research, and knowledge are the keys to quality, and quality products always meet high demand. This is the guiding principle of this family-run business.
Я стараюсь в гости ходить со своим хлебом.
Whenever I visit friends, I bring our bread as a gift. People need to taste it to appreciate it. The more we share, the more people fall in love with our bread. The best way to introduce it is through tasting.
Любителей нашего хлеба. Только через дегустацию.
After baking, it needs an additional 6 hours to cool. This step is crucial because the bread continues to mature even after it's out of oven. That's why it's best not to eat bread while it's still hot. Our grandmothers used to bake bread to last an entire week. They wrapped it in cloth, which helps preserve its quality. That's the healthiest way to keep bread.
Bread making is an art, and crafting delicious, nutritious bread requires skill, passion, patience, and mastery. In Kazakh culture, the aroma of freshly baked bread brings warmth to a home, preserves the spirit of family gatherings, and nourishes both body and soul. Through their bakery, Rustam and Anel are not just running a business, they are spreading kindness and well-being throughout their community. This is the true meaning of the sweetest bread is the one earned through hard work.